Hello guys, you're welcome. Why are you just looking?
Are we the guys? I thought you were talking to us.
I'm talking to you.
Oh, okay. Hi.
Hi.
I understand it's your first time, so it's okay.
It's the first time for all of us. This is the first time we're having a guest.
It's the first time I'm having a guest now, but I'm saying hello guys, and you were just looking as if...
Like we thought you were talking to the guys that will watch the video.
Yeah, but I'll talk to the guys that are in the room with me first before I'll go out into the world.
Now we know. Now we know.
Yeah, okay, today we have a guest for the first time. Well, a spontaneous thing. We're just having this conversation and we're like, okay, let's have this guest. And the way we are sitting right now, it's because of our positions on this particular matter. I'm a newbie to the matter.
Wow.
I'm a newbie. They are experienced in it and we'll see why. Okay. But really, but before we jump in, my name is Supreme. Of course, you know Osham.
My name is Osham.
My name is Angel Madu.
Yeah. Alright. So I was scouring the web and I sound so old right now.
Why did you just say you're on X or something?
No, it was not on X.
You were surfing?
It wasn't on X. It was actually on Reddit.
Oh.
So yeah, I was on Reddit and I saw this whole thing about beauty premiums.
That we call pretty privilege.
You guys are saying, I think.
Yes.
So they call it beauty privileges.
Pretty
privileges.
Yes, the alliteration, please.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Pre.
Yes.
Good to know. Yeah. So somebody was asking the cuties of Reddit about what are some of the things that they enjoy that other people don't.
Just because they are pretty.
Just because they are pretty, and that's where this whole thing is. So I started checking because in my head, really, this kind of thing only exists in romantic relationships. In romantic relationships, yeah. So kind of exists in my head. It exists only in romantic relationships. But it took me down a rabbit hole. I just started checking and reading up different things, and I learned different things, different benefits that people get just because they look attractive. Okay, so I'm just going to be reading some of it here. So the first one said they have increased hiring success.
I've heard that.
Higher chances, yes. They have higher salaries of up to 10-15 times more than less attractive people. Yes. So,
that's interesting.
Yes, they may be doing the same job, but the more attractive person earns 10-15 times more. They are able to, they have more chances of holding a career for at least 15 years.
Okay.
Yes, after having an MBA.
Okay.
But I haven't heard that in real life. It's like a theory.
So it was based on the research I read, and I just started thinking about like, okay, why? I don't understand it. Because in my head, many things are based on merit. I understand if you want to marry somebody and of course you don't want to wake up to a horrible look in the morning.
Oh my God.
I can't.
Your brain can understand that.
My brain can understand that.
Yes, but you can't comprehend.
No. Especially the career is not modeling, for instance. So I really did not understand it. But then we got into this funny conversation where you were sharing with me, and before I allow you get down to it, the next one was the one that blew me out of the waters, talking about how attractive defendants in legal cases may receive lighter sentences. Now this one, they may receive lighter sentences or harsher sentences depending on the kind of crime, depending on the jurors.
The jurors and
not the judge, the jurors.
Okay.
So that was another thing that blew me. And then more attractive students in physical classes get higher grades. Yeah. So now both of you apparently have favored more attractive people.
Yes.
You are guilty of
Not guilty.
Why you put it like that?
Don't say we are guilty.
You are guilty of favoring people based on their looks. Yes or no? It's a yes or no question.
It's not a yes or no question.
It's not that straightforward.
It's not that straightforward.
Okay.
It's just that there are times you encounter people that you know are very, like, God took his time to make them. And I'm not even saying it from a place, of course I'm married. It's not like I have any, but you just have to settle down to just appreciate. And when you say that your brain can't comprehend the concept, that's exactly the point. Your brain is not supposed to comprehend. It's like your emotions take over. Then your logic is suspended. Right?
Actually, that's what the research said.
Yeah, like you're not thinking straight. You're just amazed.
Yeah.
It's like you're building
an emotional
emotional
leading.
Yeah, exactly.
So the people who are favoring more attractive people are not even aware that they are actually doing this. But should that shock you? The person who is actually being favored most times is not aware.
Yes,
that they have this beauty premium or pretty privilege, whatever you call it. Yeah. Now, I'll give you a practical example. So there's this lady who, she was late to the airport and they had already checked in on the flight. And she got to the front of the counter and, of course, you can't board the plane. But just as she was standing there and talking to the person behind the counter, the person apparently wanted to tell her a no because the doors had already been closed. But as soon as the lady lifted her head and saw this girl, she was like, "Oh my God, you're so pretty!" And just like that, somehow, this lady got on the plane. Now that's on one hand. On the other hand, another person was detailing an experience from COVID. So she said, before 2020, she had been receiving a lot of favors and all that. Then COVID hit and all of us had to put on masks. And so nobody had, put on masks and put on, big clothing.
Yeah.
So nobody's seeing who's behind the mask. Yeah. Nobody's seeing your figure or anything. And then she became invincible.
Yep.
Is it invisible or invincible? Anyway, so
invisible.
But people could not see her.
Yeah.
So she didn't get those privileges anymore. She said she became more aware, right? And after becoming more aware, it felt sweet sour. You kind of be like, okay, I've been receiving this before, but right now, less attention. So in a way, she was glad about that. So many times they are not aware that they are actually.
She knew what it felt like to be human.
Yes.
To be normal.
To be normal, like the rest.
So there's that, but I would like to hear scenarios in which you have actually acted favorably, excessively favorably.
When you say excessively, it's not accurate.
Abnormally favorably.
Oh no. Go back to excessively. Go back to.
How have you extended privilege to pretty people, either pretty boys or pretty girls? How, in what scenarios has that happened?
Angel is going first. Because I think she has a lot of experience.
What do you mean? Okay. Well, I think for me it's mostly girls. Just because the other gender they should help themselves out. But for girls, I think the first experience that comes to my head is usually just like helping out in ways that I wouldn't. I like to mind my business most of the time, so I would rather just do my own thing and leave. But if I see like this pretty girl that seems like she's in distress, it's just like in my brain is like
damsel in distress.
Yes, it's like, oh my God, let me help her. She's so pretty, she shouldn't be stressed. I don't know, should I be stressed? Okay, that's by the way.
That's a whole. But at that point, you're not thinking. We've established that.
Yeah, I think the first example that comes to my head is a random day in like this talk shop, consult shop kind of thing we have in my school. And I went there to buy something and I was paying. I was about to leave. And this very pretty, flawless, goddess looking human being walks in. And I've never seen this babe before, like never. And I was like, oh my God, wow. In my head, I'm like, she's so pretty. Let me just don't be going. Let me just start gazing. You can look at someone and start to feel uncomfortable. And then she was like, oh, how much is this? And she's asking the shop attendant. And then the attendant is busy doing something else. And then she looked like she really wanted to like just buy what she wanted to buy and then go away. I was like, oh my God, okay. I was like, oh, don't worry, let me help you check the. And then she was like, oh my God, thank you so much. And I was like, oh, she's nice too. So I go ahead and then I checked the purse and I told her, and she's like, okay. And she's like, oh, is this the account number? And then for me, if it was any other person, I'm like, of course it's the account number. That's the account number that I get. And I'm like, yes, that's the account number, Access Bank, that's it. And then she was like, okay, thank you so much. And then I laughed. And then I got to my room and I was like, why did I do that?
Why? Like, that's really something to think about. You're going out of your way. Something you
I wouldn't do
usually do. And that's like on a smaller scale. Not like she's. No, I don't have the bigger. But I'm saying if she has to sit on a panel, right? Like, oh, she's the HR person interviewing someone else. Imagine like what that can do. Then you will now go back and be like, oh,
did that person really deserve it?
Did that person really deserve it?
Or
like,
did I just give
about
it to them?
But there was something that you said, which once I think will lead us to another aspect of this whole thing, which is you said that she didn't take cognizance of the account number that was there. Like, so it was a no-brainer.
Yeah.
That's the account there. Yeah. Make payments to that account.
Yeah.
But then she was slow. So yeah, she was slow. Now, because she was pretty, you also associated smartness to her. True or false?
Did you associate?
I don't know if I associated smartness.
No, it was kindness.
I felt like that was like, that should be plain knowledge. Like, it's on the table. It's clear. So like you should know
it's
that
common sense.
It's common sense to me, at least. That's what it was.
Okay.
So
the reason why I'm asking that question is because many of the researchers also say, so they called this thing, this effect that you had when you saw her, they called it the halo effect. Now the halo effect, I first came across it back in 2016, where I was learning about why good girls love bad boys, kind of thing, and why certain girls are drawn to certain guys. And there's this halo effect, which states that he can do no wrong.
Okay, because he's a fine boy.
No matter what he does, he can do no wrong. So it's beyond being handsome, it's being attractive, whether it's pheromones or whatever. It's attractive. So the lady finds the guy attractive, the guy finds the girl attractive. So this person, the object of their admiration, can do no wrong. You understand? So it's that halo effect. And much of the research for this attractiveness, pretty privileges, if you will, also said that you who is giving them that admiration is you're a victim of the halo effect. And part of that means that beyond them being pretty and attractive, you have ascribed desirable qualities to them.
That makes sense now. Because you think someone can be this beautiful and permit me to say and dumb.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Exactly. Well said.
Yeah.
Well articulated.
If you look this magnificent, everything about you should be magnificent. At least that's how it is to me.
Yeah. Yes, I agree with you. Okay. But it's not always the case.
Yeah.
Most of the time, somebody who was pretty, beautiful, attractive, but nobody's home.
So I wouldn't say the person was dumb.
Yeah.
But was in secondary school.
Okay.
She was just gifted in other ways that was not academic.
Okay.
She wasn't
book smart.
Yeah, academics. But when it came to like other social activities, she was in press club, she was in jet club, she was really very active in all these other areas, except academics. But then, she made up for it with her beauty.
I personally believe that it's a balanced skill. If you're that pretty, you can't have everything. You have to lack in one thing, if not, you'll be like perfection. And that's not fair to the rest of us.
So I consider myself to be attractive in a way. Look at my wife. And she found me attractive. You understand? So
single people in the mud.
So some people do have it all. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, and it's not just me, based on research as well, many of these attractive people build social, so it's, I don't know what to term it, but it's an effect that just keeps, it's a compounding effect.
Okay.
So because they are attractive and other people find them attractive, other people favor them. So people want to start off conversations with them because people think because this person is attractive, this person has good manners and is sociable. And so people come and meet the person and start up conversations. By so doing, the attractive person's social circle keeps building and expanding. And because of the attention this person gets, the person becomes more confident.
Okay.
So it's that. Now, I'm not saying all of them do it, but if a few of them used that confidence and the social circle that they've built to make better things of themselves, try out new skills, learn new languages and all that, of course they'll be better for it.
Yeah.
So it's possible for that person then to have it all. But of course,
In the real sense, does anybody
Have it all. Yeah.
I think I have it all.
Well,
Okay.
let's allow you just.
He's the one in a million,
Yes.
don't worry.
Yeah.
But for
One in a
us,
million, right?
yeah.
But you do agree that some people have it all, even if you may not have met them except me. That some people.
But I think maybe people grow to have it all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. So for
That's
example, now you
another
can have someone who's like tall and like attractive, but not necessarily rich, and then they grow to acquire wealth.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think I'll
Oh yeah,
to that more.
definitely.
That makes so much sense.
So people don't believe it when I say that I used to be a shy person.
Yeah, that's very unbelievable.
Yes. So I used to be a very shy person before, but it was an advice that my dad gave me, and because I was quite shy, I was less confident. Until I read the book. My dad gave me the book to read, 48 Laws of Power.
Oh, okay.
So I read it and it changed.
Flip something.
Just flipped the switch.
Yeah.
And then my dad, said to me, he said, the only thing you owe anybody is respect. You don't owe anybody fear.
Yeah.
And fear.
Write that down.
Exactly. Yeah. So, and I could say that a lot of the shyness and lack of confidence was fear.
Yeah.
Basically, fear is at the root of it all. And so once I dealt away with that, and my confidence just I became free, really. And I think that confidence is a form of attractiveness. Is a form, I think that's the easiest way for me to.
Yeah.
Confidence attracts.
It gives a certain like aura to you.
Aura. You've indoctrinated. Yes. Aura. Only true K-drama fans will get this.
I feel like it gives a certain aura to you. People can just tell that this is a confident person.
Yeah.
And people are kind of like attracted to that. Yeah.
So do you think that it is based on this aura that more people are attracted to that person?
Yeah.
So the person was attractive. People started looking at that person and approaching the person in public, giving them compliments. They build confidence. So less shallow people come around and sense that this person is confident, and they think, oh, because this person is confident, this person will probably also be smart.
Yeah.
And so you start giving the person chances and opportunities and all that, and the person learns, in quote, on the job.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's it.
But not everybody learns though. Some people just stay in one spot.
In one spot.
Yeah, and they're just pretty. And they're not benefiting from the privileges. So they don't expand, they just stay. And I think this happens.
So it's raw material that they're not building on.
Yeah, I think this happens a lot with girls, where you just like stay on that one privilege. I feel like guys have the tendency to catch it and be like, oh, okay, this gets me this, so it can get me this. But girls, sometimes we're just comfortable with that.
I'm a fine girl.
I'm a fine girl.
I'm a pretty girl.
I walk in here, eyes on me, I can get a free drink here, I can get a free plate of food here, but there's no like, what more can I do with this? Like, how can I build connections or how do I get to meet people?
So that long-term visionary thinking.
What would a long-term visionary thinking look like?
I think a long-term visionary person, beautiful person who is thinking long-term would not settle for what they can see now. Oh, I'm pretty, so I get a little bit of favor here. I get a little bit of favor here. They are thinking beyond, oh, if there's a door of opportunity open for me, what skills do I have to take advantage of this position that I'm stepping into? Do you get? So it's not just about, okay, my beauty has brought me this far. I now have a seat at the table. But it's not your beauty that will keep you there.
Yeah.
Right? And sometimes it could even be developing skills that would help you, receive criticism. Take good feedback, work on it, and become a better person, right? So that's just it. That's just an example. But a long-term visionary person would be thinking, I want to grow, personal growth, personal development. I think it would be the top of mind.
So, okay.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
I think even adding the skills makes you more attractive.
Yeah.
Right? So if I meet someone now and you're stunning, and then I engage you in conversations, and you can actually keep up with the conversation. The stunning you were before is here, and then you moved up to here.
Crazy respect for you.
It's wow. Again, having it all.
But do you think there are downsides? There are downsides for attractive. So aside, because on the one hand, on the legal standing, where I already talked about how that they could get harsher sentences. And the explanation for that is this. Like we said before, an attractive person is assumed to also be intelligent, is assumed to have moral high standing, to be sociable. You understand? So people are looking up to this person, this attractive person, just by reason of that person being attractive.
Yeah.
And then this person commits a crime or is in court, accused. So the jurors are looking at this person. Why would somebody as privileged as you, who I looked up to, be committing this kind of, and many times those kind of people, especially if it's a romance scam. Yes, if it's a romance scam or a scam that has to do with the physical look, physical features, the person exploited those physical features to commit the crime. Yeah. There's a harsher sentence. The jurors would pass a harsher sentence towards that person. So it's not a direct link from you being attractive, but the person committed a crime. So that's a downside. Yeah. But do you think that there are other downsides to this whole pretty privilege thing?
Maybe from borrowing a leaf from the Korean movie we just finished watching, today's webtoon. Okay. So you see how that comic guy is a comic artist. He has a very pretty face. And then he had to want, he really desperately wanted to prove to people that it's not just my pretty face that got me here. I actually have skills. I can write and I can do I can do funny comics. So it's not just my pretty face. So I feel there's a downside to it where even though you're pretty, you have acquired the skills, right? And then sometimes they still find themselves wanting to prove themselves because people are saying you got there
people
because
ascribe
of your face.
everything that you have to just how you look.
It's just how you look that got you there. For some pretty people, they don't mind. But for some other people who don't have thick skin, it gets to them, right? They've worked at They've burnt the midnight.
Yeah, they've also put in as much effort as you have.
They put in as much effort as you have, and then you keep telling them that
it's your looks that got you.
It's your looks that got you.
I think for me, it will be okay, let me first add to what she said. For example, now you have a model that's very stunning, and another one who is not as stunning as this particular model, right? The one that's less stunning will feel because this babe is more beautiful, not knowing that this babe that is supposedly more beautiful than you has probably even gone through worse than you have. No, really, right? Like she could have had so many different experiences just even because she's pretty, which is the next thing I'm heading to.
Yeah.
Right. I think especially, I don't know about guys, but for girls, even just being attractive, maybe having a very nice body shape or having a very nice face, it's a little more difficult knowing if someone really likes you for you. Now talking about romantic relationships, right? True. Knowing if someone really likes you for you or if they just like your body.
Okay.
Right. So that makes that part of their life a lot harder to like actually come into a relationship that would last, because from conversations I have people that are like that. I have a couple of friends that we bless God for their life. Yeah. Right. It's always, we get into this relationship with this person and then a couple of months pass and then it just goes downhill and then you start realizing that, this person actually only likes me because I looked this way. So when you start getting deeper into the relationship, you notice that there's nothing there. It's just shallow, right?
Oh, wow.
So there's that aspect too. And I think that girls who are, on the more endowed side face a lot of unnecessary comments, catcalling, unnecessary touching, and it just affects them in that regard too. So those are some downsides.
And of course, they're students. So I mean, I remember when in school, your friend, who shall not be named.
She was endowed.
Wow.
Yeah. And then she then came late to class.
A poetry class. I walked right in front of the lecturer who was shamelessly ugly. Is it ugly?
Yes,
Yes. Was shamelessly ugly and our paper went missing. Our exam paper went missing. Anyways, yeah. So just buttressing your point.
Yeah. So the attention, even though the attention can be positive on the one hand, on the other side, it's
can also be negative.
Undesired.
Yeah.
Undesired.
In that way, we used to call it pretty privilege.
It doesn't take away from the fact that there are proven privileges that they
enjoy. Yeah.
Sure.
It just shows that there's a balance to this thing, that even though there are privileges, there's the dark side of it. So it's not...
Everything has its pros and cons.
Yes. Because at some point I was going to ask, based on what I had learned and everything, I was going to ask if attractive people should they be ashamed of the pretty privilege that they enjoy in public, where
Personally, I don't really
I don't think so.
I think they should own it. They should own their story. They should embrace it, the strengths and the struggles that come with it.
If I was someone who enjoyed pretty privilege, I would be very proud of it, please.
Yes.
Yes.
I understand that there's the dark side of it. It's fine. But there's also the strength of it as well. So, please, they should not. Don't feel bad.
I mean, it's not your fault.
You were born this way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I like some points that you raised, that even though the opportunity may have started out from the superficial, you should build substance. Because I think for me, a downside is that thing of having your entire identity launched on the superficial. Your entire identity. And I've met a couple of people who are so, I don't know the word to use, but all that they are is how they look
on the outside.
On the outside, there's no substance inside. There's nothing there. There's no character. So if you ask them, who are you? Beyond the fine boy, beyond the fine girl, there's nothing inside. You understand? There's no character.
I find that even takes away. Like, if this is someone you initially found to be very attractive, and then you now engage with them beyond that, and then you're just like, I don't know. That happens to me.
Oh, it does. It happens to
Some
me.
people become attention hoggers.
Yes.
Yeah, because they are so used to the limelight, because they are so used to people complimenting the way they look, the way
stepping
they
into a
dress.
room and all eyes are on me. Yeah.
Yeah, so if they dress in a certain eccentric way and they come into a place and people do not
react the way they
expect or compliment them, they get lost all of a sudden. Like they lose self-confidence, they lose self-worth, which I think it's a problem.
Yeah. They should see a therapist.
Sometimes I think we outsource the work that we're supposed to do
by ourselves
and give it to a therapist. Yeah. And somewhere like me, I would always take it back to, I would always chalk it up to upbringing.
Real. Because I was going to say that, you probably only think that way because you do a lot of internal work.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's something my wife references from DDK when she was being raised, and her dad said that he did not want his daughter to if his daughter walks into a room, he doesn't want her self-worth to be in her beauty or in her looks.
But when she speaks,
you hear her speak,
you should turn and say, "Who is that?"
Yes.
You understand? That was the goal for her.
That was very striking.
I mean,
I can't forget it.
Outside beauty can always be improved. Yeah, you can always do stuff, change your hair, buy new clothes or whatever.
Things
but like,
happen.
what
things can happen to the outside? Things can happen. I wanted it to carry the weight of really things can happen. Like hot water can literally pour.
Yes, so it's very.
What do you do then?
What do you do then?
You really have to make sure that
it's always change. Things can always change. You can always change yourself from the outside. Kind of improve yourself, sort of. Even just with dressing, I think we were still talking about it earlier about how sometimes it's not even that someone is necessarily fine or attractive, but just the way they dress, the way they carry themselves, exudes that same confidence that someone with pretty privilege would have, and then that also gives them pretty privilege, even though they're not necessarily pretty.
Okay.
So it's stretching the conversation on pretty privilege.
So
how you show up.
Yes. So what does attractiveness really mean?
Yeah.
How do you define attractiveness really?
Yeah.
I think this was a wholesome one.
Yes, I agree.
I agree too.
Thank you for hosting.
Even so, I mean, where we've landed now, if you didn't take anything from this, it means that if you think, or if people have looked at you and they have not ascribed the title of attractiveness to you, you still have hope. Yeah. Yes, you still have hope. You still have hope to get privileges.
Yeah.
It's just that you have to prove yourself, because so light travels faster than sound. Right? That's why we see
lightning first, the thunder.
Before the thunder, even though I think the thunder was sent first. Yes, the thunder caused the lightning.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we see the lightning first. It's the same way with the pretty privileged people or the beauty premium people. So you see the shiny glow and everything. And then you have a conversation.
All that glitters.
The light is on.
It's not gold.
But nobody's home. Nobody's home. They are not lit from within. You have to be lit from
within. So you have hope. Just keep building from within. Before long, what is within will shine forth.
Yes. We have people like us. Even though I've been called attractive at some point in my life.
Wow. What do you mean by at some point in your life?
No, I'm not talking about our relationship. I'm talking about outside our relationship.
You are saying it's as if your husband does not appreciate you.
No, that's not what I am saying.
Hi guys, single person here.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I said before an interview, I had a virtual interview. And then I was to turn on my video. I was hesitant initially because you know that thing where you step into this interview and all the other guys have their videos turned off. So I don't know why I should turn on my video, but I did anyways. And then the lady said, "Oh, you're so pretty," and I was like, "Oh my God, I felt it. I felt it. I was like, yeah."
Oh my God.
You see, you should have started with this. You should have opened. We should have started this episode with this.
I feel like, you know, the way she says it is like, that's like a one-off experience.
Yeah.
Right?
It's
so
not,
like,
it's not
pretty privileged.
It's not true. It's not a one-off experience. I have seen situations where somebody will look at my wife and say, "This girl, what the fuck, gone?" How many times?
So you see, you see it, she doesn't.
Wow.
I know they say amo. I
think I actually get that though. Like people saying it, but you don't see it. So I think I get that.
So you cannot remember who have said it to your face. Don't worry, we'll bring the person on this podcast. You deny it in the person's front.
Okay.
I think for people with pretty privileges, it's more of like an everyday occurrence, like everywhere they go.
We have a practical example here that she's not aware.
True. Okay. So you have pretty privilege. How's that working out for you?
So clueless. So unaware.
Oh my God.
So unaware. But then there might just be a thing called locked privileges.
Oh yeah.
Where because of the length of my locks.
You see why I don't like the term
people,
pretty privilege?
Yeah.
I don't like it because it's narrow.
Yeah.
There are different things that people find attractive. Like her locks.
Yeah, I think like in the lock community, it's just like,
that
oh my God, your locks are so long. Or like, you know, they're so healthy. Oh, how did you get your hair to be this long? Or how did you get your hair to be this full? I think that's just like in the lock community, right? Because I've also met a lot of people.
But then I went for a walk recently,
Yeah.
and I noticed, I was telling him, I noticed that people were looking at me.
Yeah.
And I was like, why are they looking at me? It took me a while to remember. I was like, oh yeah, my hair.
Are you sure?
I think that's, yeah.
Or just you?
I knew it was my hair. No, I knew it was my hair because I knew it was my hair.
I wasn't there.
I think it was
She
my
wasn't
hair.
No, I was not there.
I think it was my hair because, I mean, the woman passed by and I noticed that she was still looking. What else could it be? It has to
Could be you.
Okay.
Like the whole of you.
All right.
Not just your hair.
All right. Let me stop here.
Oh my God.
So I think there's something to be said here. I'm going to tie it back to something because as you were speaking now, it just spoke something to me about how that you can be so blessed and not realize it.
Yeah.
You can be so blessed, living in answered blessings, answered prayers, blessings and answered prayers, and not realize it, not be aware. So it's somebody out there who is looking at you.
Mm-hmm.
Your current reality is their prayer point.
Yeah.
And you are oblivious to that fact. You know.
Like the current reality of her hair is my prayer. Eventually.
Don't worry.
It's coming, right?
Yeah.
All right, guys. That's this episode. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, Angel, for joining us.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
It was so exciting to have her on our podcast.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
We'll see you in the next one.
Is it 안녕하세요?
Bye.
Yeah. Bye. 안녕하세요.
No, it's not 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요 is hello.
Hello. 안녕하세요.
안녕히 계세요.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.